Hello friends, welcome to tutorialsrays, and in this video you are learning TypeScript. Guys, in this series, in this chapter we will be covering about function. Any programming language, whether Java, C, C++, PHP, JSP, whatever, C#, whatever language you learn, there is concept of function. Means this is basic construct of any programming language. Since TypeScript is also a programming language, so definitely the function must be here. So now we will see function. In previous version, that means in vanilla JavaScript was also function, but in TypeScript there is some enhancement. There is more type of TypeScript, an enhanced version of a function. So we will see in this chapter that how and what are the different types of functions and what is function and how we can use this in different ways. So let's see this chapter now. Alright, so this is chapter number 11. So function is a code snippet which can be used repeatedly. For example, in a code snippet we have written the code which can be used again and again. We don't have to define, we don't have to write the code again and again. So that is the idea, that is the concept. Okay, so let's see this this one. Function code to be executed means keyword function you will have to write, and then function name you will have to give here function name. So whatever name you want you can customize, you can give here customized name, and then there will be code block, of course. Let's see the below example. What we are doing, suppose employee details we want to store here. We have written here a function employee info. Inside that we have declared name, last name and all that. Now we have created this once box. Now we can call here just with the name employee info and then bracket, that's it. All the information will display. So suppose if you need in this page, maybe in another page, so you don't have to write again and again. So normally the concept of function is you write the code once and use wherever you want. So that is the main concept of function. Function with parameters. Now there are different types of functions we will see in this chapter. The first one is function with parameter. You see, this is called function without parameter. This, why? Because inside this bracket there is nothing. This is called without parameter. But this one, you see this one, this is called function with parameter. Okay, this is called function with parameter. So how this works actually, when you, okay, we are calling here, you see, Rajesh and Kumar, two names we have passed. What will happen actually, this Rajesh will go to first name, and then this Kumar will go to L name, last name. Okay, after this first name will be assigned to this F name, this L name will be assigned to this L name, and finally this first name is displaying and this last name is displaying. So this is how the parameter of function, this is how the synchronization of the parameter works. So this is called function with parameters. Now next, this one, function with optional parameter. In this case what happens actually, if you pass only one parameter, for example if I just pass Rajesh, it will throw error. It will say no, there are two parameters, you must pass both the parameters. But suppose there is any parameter which can have value and cannot have value. In that case you can provide optional parameter, and this is the part of TypeScript ES6 modern JavaScript. It was not previously. So now let's see, for example roll number, full name, email, but mobile number. Some student can have mobile number, some student cannot have mobile number. So that is why to write the optional parameter you can just put here question mark. You can see, if you put the question mark, that means what, that is optional. So for example, check here what we have done. In first case we have not put any mobile number. In first case we have not put any mobile number, but in second case you can see we have put mobile number. So both are acceptable because mobile number is optional, it's not mandatory. That's it. Now with REST parameter, this is important. In REST parameters what happens, when you function with REST parameters, when you don't know how many parameters will be required here, in that case you can use rest parameter. For example, what happens here, you see, and remember 3 dots is applied before that. So what happens here, actually, you see 3 dots and years, that means what, and this is a string. Okay, so what we are telling that, okay, the value can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, many, I don't know. In that case, what will happen, for example, you see here we are passing the parameter 2 first time, then successfully and without any complaint it took. Next we have passed here 4 values, then also it didn't complain, it took all the value, it accepted all the values. So why? Because we have provided here rest parameter. That's why we have provided here rest parameter. That means what, if you are put 3 values, so that means what, it can accept more than, when you don't know how many parameters will be, how many values you can pass. So in that case rest parameter is used. Alright, now so that is done. Now one more thing here you have to remember, if you have more than one, for example A, B, C, then rest parameter always comes last, not in the first. Since it's only one, that is why it is coming in the first. Now default parameter, sometimes what happen, in parameter you have already put the value. If user puts the new value, then it will update, or else it won't. It will take the default parameter. For example, let's see this, what I'm doing here, let's see this, what I'm doing here, salary, department, company. But in company we have provided here default parameter, means if user puts, then it will show new, or else it will show default parameter. Alright, so let's see the example. In this case, in the first case, you see carefully what happens here. In the first case we have passed only salary and department, not the company name. So what will happen, automatically it will take this one, the default value. But when we will be passing all 3, then this time it will take the new one. Okay, so that is the main difference. If you don't pass, then it will take the default value. If you pass, then it will take the new value. So that is called default parameters. Now anonymous functions. So anonymous function means when there is no name of any function, that is called anonymous function, and that is called also function declaration. Expression, not declaration. Previous ones, all the functions whatever you are seeing, that is called function declaration. But now when there is no name of function, that is called function expression. In this case, see here, it is only function. So far we were writing there now function ABC, function employee, but here you can see function nothing. Okay, so this one is called anonymous function, and it is represented by, it is recognized by how? Through this TypeScript. This is actually its name. Okay, now when you call it, you will have to call through this one, and this time you will pass this one also, means bracket, though there is no bracket in TypeScript, but still we are passing here. So that will act as a function actually. So this is called anonymous function. Now recursive function, this palindrome you might have seen, means when one function call itself, when any function call itself, that is called recursive function. Here you can see this factorial is calling here itself, this is within the function, you can see now. So this is called recursive function. Now lambda function, this is called, and arrow function, this is also called arrow function. In Angular you will see at different places this one is used. Guys, why TypeScript is important? Because TypeScript is nowadays a modern programming language. This is used also in Vue, in this Angular, as well as React. You can use in React also, but Next.js, particularly in Next.js you can use this. I demonstrated in a separate project that how I can use TypeScript in Next.js also. So if you learn this properly, this will be definitely helpful for you. What happens actually, let's talk about this lambda function. What happens actually regarding this lambda function, you write all the things in same line, one line, single parameter. See, this is function name, this is actually variable name, this is function name. So this is anonymous function since there is no any name, and also this is parameter. And one more thing, you see, at least last time we were writing here function, but this time we are not even writing function, only bracket, but still this is a function. Just imagine, this is still a function. Next, we used to write in curly braces. Now you can see with arrow function the value can be written in same line, and now the output, if you pass here 45, the output will be 55, it will be added one and it will display. So this is how this arrow function works, and this arrow function is widely used in Angular. Now function overloading. The concept of function overloading. What happens actually when the function name is same, but parameter can be different, sequence of parameter can be different, the data type of parameter can be different. In that case, it is called function overloading. For example, see this function, course, both are the same name na function ka. Now cname string, and here you can see fees number cname string, means there is difference na. In first one there is only one, in second one there are two. And so how this works actually, function courses, and third one what it has two, but this one is optional. Now what we will do, we will put here Java, then what will happen, it will say Java undefined, because it will, this one is odd and this one is undefined, but when we will pass this 2, it will show output 200 in Angular JS. So normally what happens, depending upon the value you will pass, it will automatically detect and fetch the data. So that is basically the function overloading. So guys, hope you understand that how function, what is the function and how this works. So guys, all the actually the conceptual thing I have discussed, and you learn by just doing. And one more thing, normally what happens for beginners particularly, don't completely copy paste, try to write. What happens actually when you write na, you have to think about that, and in that way you will learn. But expert like us, okay, we know that, that's fine, so we just copy paste to save the time. So don't try to imitate us, don't try to copy us. So that is the thing. So try your best. If the code, particularly when you are learning, the code is smaller, try to write yourself with your hand, block to block, so that way you will understand the thing better. So hope you understand this chapter of function. So let's see the next chapter. Bye bye.